Hi, good morning. Morning, guys. Today I'm going to talk about uh, chapter 8. All right. So, chapter 8 is on the application of trigonometry. All right. So, we learn about the concept of trigonometry, um, a lot of concepts in our previous videos. So, today I'm going to talk about how we can apply the concepts of trigonometry. All right. So before I begin, some of you feedback to me. You would like to contact me. You can actually contact me through this email: humble humble humblehouse at hotmail.com. All right. So it's humble house, so humblehouse at hotmail.com. All right. So can actually contact me through this email. All right. So let's move on to the next slide. So over here, I already have a compass. Okay. Let me just call this a compass. And I hope you see this is your north of the compass. All right. And then you have points A, point B, point C, and point D on the compass. All right. And this is the center. Okay, this is the, or you can call this the origin. All right. So with this, okay, so what I'm going to talk about, let me send this to the back. All right. So all right. So how can we describe, okay, how can we describe the position of our point A, point B, point C, and point D? All right. So we can actually say our point A is actually due north of point O. All right. So similarly, um, this point B is due east of O. All right. And similarly, your this point C is due south of O. Let me use the capital letter for this. All right. And last, D is due west of O. All right. So I hope you know these four descriptions very well. Why? Because some of my students, they are from primary 6 and they are already learning orders. Right? They are already learning orders. Okay. So next time when you are given a compass, so what you are usually given is the north position. All right. So if this is the north position, you can actually, okay, let me erase this first. So if this is your north position, you can actually start to uh, label your south position. Okay, and we can actually denote our south with a capital S. All right. And if the north is on top, south is below. All right. And then over here is your east. Okay, denoted by your capital E, and over here is your W. I can actually make this smaller. Okay, so move these points to here, and then move it to here. Okay, right. So this is your west, and denoted by your capital W. All right. So this is how your compass and direction looks like. All right. So this is your north. Okay, denoted by your capital N, and over here is your south, okay, denoted by your capital S, and this is your east, all right, and denoted by your capital E, and over here is your west, denoted by your capital W, and O here is the center. All right, so let's move on. Okay, you'll see this example here. So it says a building B is 300 meters from an MRT station M on a bearing of 240 degrees. Alright, okay, so let me introduce you to the concept of bearing. Alright, so over here I have a compass. Let me write down the north of the compass. Alright, and over here is our south, and over here is our east, and over here is our W. Alright, okay, so let me start off by writing down something. All right, so let's say this is your point D. Okay, this is your point D, and this is your point A. All right, all right, okay, so with this, let's put the question aside and let's talk about the relation between D and A in terms of bearing. Alright, because I would like to introduce the concept of bearing to you. Alright, so in this case, so what is the bearing of D from A? Okay, let's solve for this question first. Right, so how do you do this question is you start by, so over here it says the bearing on D from A. Okay, so from A, so that means you always start from A. So can you see this is your A? Okay, and once you identify your A, all right, so you always go to the north first. Okay, so once you go to your A, so let me once you go to your A, draw your north. So this is your north, directly upward. All right, directly upward. All right, so the question says D from A, so you go to A and then draw a line to the north. Alright, so I have drawn a line to the north, and then what you do is you just have to measure this. Okay, so in fact I can actually make this line bigger so that you can see clearly. So let me make it bigger and so that you can see it. Alright, okay, so this is my point A, and from point A I have draw a line to the north. Okay, yep, so now what I need to do is I need to figure out from A, so I need to figure out what is this angle. Okay, so that will be the bearing of D from A. Okay, so clearly over here, okay, by the way, it's always by clockwise direction. Okay, it's always clockwise. All right, so therefore your job is to find out what is this angle. So you can see the bearing of D from A is 270 degrees, right? Why? Because this is your 90 and this is 180 and another 90 here. Therefore, if you add it up, 90 plus 90 plus 90 will give you 270. So that's why get your 207. Alright, simple. Yep. So with this, let's move on to figure out this question. Okay, so let me make use of this compass. I need the compass. Oh, let me just get this compass below. I don't need such a big compass, I just need a small. Alright, so let's take a look at this question. So a building B is 300 meters from an MRT station M on a bearing. So basically a building B, okay, so if I want to rephrase this question, so B on a bearing of 240 from M. Okay, so that's what it means. Alright, so if this is your point M, right? So the question says a bearing of 240 from M. So that means you go to M, right? Because it says from M, so it starts from M. So you go to M. What you need to do first is draw a line upward to the north. Okay, so this is the line upward to the north. Alright, so actually I can make use of a different color, right, to differentiate. Alright, so go to M, draw a line upward to the north. So north is vertically upward here. Now you just have to go clockwise and you have your 240 degree. Okay, so go clockwise. How much you go? Go 240 degree because the question says 240. So you go 240 degree and you go from here to here. The start to here is 180 degree. So you want to go 240 degree. That means you have to go another 60 degree, right? So you just have to go degree here. So it should be somewhere here. Alright. So to be more accurate, so what you need to do is you should actually use a compass. Alright. But over here, so I will just take this as my 60 degree. Alright, from here to here, here is my 60 degree, and 60 add with 180 degree, so this is my 240. So this entire angle, so this entire angle here, alright, is my 240 degree. Alright, so far so good. So this will be your building B. Okay, and it is 300 meter from. So that means from this point M, which is the MRT station, 300 meter away. So this is 300. Alright. So this line. So let me make it. Let me make the line bigger or thicker and use a different color to differentiate all this. Alright, yeah, so this is your 300 meter and this is your M. Alright, so now it says find the bearing of M from B. Okay, so once you have this diagram already, so now the question asks you to find the bearing of M from B. Okay, so over here is M from B. So what you do from B, right? From B you go to B first and draw your. So from B, I go to B first. This is point B, right? So actually mark your point B. Then at there, what you do, you draw a line vertically. You draw a straight line to the north. my straight line to the north at B. Okay, and what do you do next? You go clockwise to your M, right? You go clockwise to your M. So you go clockwise to your M. So let me extend this. Let me extend this line. Okay. So once I have extended it, so at B, this is from B, so I draw a line to the north. So this will be the line, and then where's my M? Okay, my M is right here. All right. So that means I go clockwise from this north. So I stop here. All right. All right. So what is this angle? You can find out this angle. That is the bearing of M from. Okay. So over here, you can actually find out part A. Okay. So the bearing of M from B is actually 60 degrees. Do you know what's the reason? Okay. Do you know what's the reason? Okay. The reason is you're making use of parallel lines, and then can you see your Z? I hope you can see your Z. This is your Z. Right? Can you see your Z? Okay. So this is your Z. And if here is 60 degree, here is also 60 degree. Okay. The reason is you are using alternate angle, right? Which is what I call our Z. Alright, so just write down the reason here. You're using alternate angle to find your the bearing of M from B is 60 degree. Alright, next, so it says a spot T is due south of M. Okay, so let me erase some of the stuff here. So now it says this spot T is due south of M. So M is here, due south means it's somewhere here. Okay, it's below M. And then due east of B. So it has to be due east of B. So that means this spot T it should be somewhere here. So if you go directly to the right, okay, and directly below your M, so it should be somewhere here. Should be okay. And now you are asked to find. So that means let me link it up using a line. Okay, so make it smaller. Right. So now you are asked to find the distance MT. So that means you are asked to find this distance. What is this distance? Okay. So if you look at this entire thing, okay, you are actually having a right angle triangle. Let me demonstrate to you. You are actually having a right angle triangle, which is, I hope you can see the right angle triangle. Okay, yep, so you are actually having a right angle triangle here for part B. And this is your point B, and over here this is your point T, and this is M. And clearly this is your 60 degree, and here is your 300. Alright, and you are asked to find what? Find MT, which is here. Okay, so before we can make use of alright, so let me send this to the back so that you can see. Alright, you can see your angle 60. So this is a right angle triangle, right? So we can use our staccato, and over here this is our H. Alright, so our H is 300. Why? Because H is always the longest side. Okay, and if this is the angle 60 degree, this is our opposite side. But we are not interested in our opposite side. We are more interested in our adjacent side. Okay, so if you have your H and you need to find your A, so you need to use your car, right? Because car involves AH, right? So cosine 60 degree is A over H, right? So what you do, your A is actually equals to cosine 60 degree times H, which is 300, right? So if you use your calculator, so let me get my calculator. Alright, so this is my calculator, and cosine 60 times 300, you are supposed to get 150. Alright, so the distance of MT is 150 meter. Alright, simple. So from this example, I introduced the concept of bearing, and I also introduced you how you can actually make use of trigonometry concepts to solve this practical question. Alright, so let me move on. Okay, so over here I would like to introduce to you the concept of the angle of elevation and the angle of pressure. Alright, so over here you have your cloud, alright, and this is where your line of sight is. Alright, so over here this is your horizontal. Okay, this is a horizontal, okay, which means it's directly to the right. Alright, so if you want to go from here, this point, to the cloud, alright, so this is your angle of elevation. Okay, so your angle of elevation is always from the horizontal upward. Okay, so the angle of elevation is always from the horizontal, you go upward. Alright, so now if I want to go from this point to the flag here, alright, so this angle is your angle of depression. Okay, this will be the angle of depression. Okay, so angle of depression is always from the horizontal, you go down. Okay, you go down. Okay, you go down to the this your line of sight required. Okay, so this is this one is your line of sight. Okay, this is also your line of sight. You look down. Okay, so this is your line of sight. You look up. Alright, so angle of elevation, horizontal line, up. Alright, angle of depression, the horizontal line go downward. Okay, so let's look at an example. Okay, I always think you will learn more from an example. Alright, so over here you have a point A on the ground is 100 meters in front of a building TB. Okay, so let me get a building TB out first. So let's assume this is a building TB. Okay, instead of this convention, let me use T on top and then B below. Okay, So your point A on the ground is 100 meters in front of the building. So in front of the building. So in front means here, right? So your point A should be somewhere here, and 100 meters in front of the building TV. Alright, and the angle of elevation of the top T of the building from A is 39 degrees. Okay, so over here, this sentence, okay, focus your attention on this sentence. The angle of elevation of the top T of the building from A. So from A, angle of elevation. So angle of elevation is always from your horizontal, go up, right? Okay, horizontal, you go up. So that will form your angle of elevation. Alright, so let me go to the point T. Okay, so this is your angle of elevation. So let me move up a bit. Okay, okay, this should be good enough. So this is your angle of elevation, and it is 39 degrees. And now you are asked to find the height of the building. That means you are asked to find here. Okay, so by the way, this is a right angle triangle once again. So for this right angle triangle ATB, what do you have? Okay, you have your, so if this is the angle of elevation, and this should be your opposite side, right? And this is your H, therefore this is the adjacent. Okay, what do you have? Okay, you have your A, and then you are asked to find, this is what you have, and you are asked to find your O, right? And then you have your angle of elevation here. So can you see, you are supposed to use your toe, right? So tangent 39 degrees is equal to O over A, and your O is what you need to find. Your A is given 100, so your this O is equal to tangent 39 degrees times 100. Okay, so if you have your calculator with you, punch your calculator, you should get 81.023 significant figures. Okay, so your this height of the building is actually 81.0. Okay, so you can actually see how you can make use of the concepts of trigonometry and the concepts of angle of elevation to have you solve this question. All right, so over here you can also have your this angle of depression. Okay, so let me tell you where is your angle of depression in this case. Okay, so if this is your point T, all right, so draw your horizontal line here. Okay, and this will be your angle of depression from T. Okay, so if this is your point T, okay, and you draw a horizontal line, and angle of depression is from the horizontal line go downward, right? So this will be your angle of depression from T to A. So this is your the angle of depression from T to A. Alright? So in this case, it's 39 degrees. Why? Because I hope you can see this line and this line, they are parallel to each other, and you can actually see your Z, right? So when you make use of the concept of Z, you are using alternate angle. Okay, so I can actually conclude today with this example. Alright, so hope you enjoy my videos so far, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.